Hello everyone, the Chris&Teena Johnson project is trying out a HelloFresh Dijon chicken recipe. We ordered this for Valentine's. It arrived late and arrived weirdly, and we had a weird experience since the HelloFresh arrival. Well, first off, between the ADHD mind and the multitask work from home job and Chris working in a factory, we could not figure out what to do with this HelloFresh because it did not arrive with any directions. There was no guidance. We didn't know what to do. So of course we placed everything in the freezer. We placed everything in the freezer. So join us as we do the chicken Dijon and see how it goes. Here you see the creamy chicken Dijon meal kit from HelloFresh. So I went onto the cell phone and tried to get the QR code and hope to get the recipe because the package did not come with a recipe book or notes or anything like that. So we didn't really know how to make the recipe, right? Well, let's look into the kit. So we have in the bag all the frozen items. Here you see the broccoli that is not supposed to be frozen, but it is. And the frozen dill, which shouldn't be frozen, but it is. And now you see the frozen potatoes. I've never had frozen potatoes, but here you have the frozen potatoes just because. And that's how a frozen potato looks like. It's super solidly frozen. Kit came with sour cream. This is the second HelloFresh kit that we're preparing, and we noticed that this is the second kit that had sour cream again. Interesting. There you have the chicken flavoring, also frozen by the way. Same old frozen potatoes back and forth. And I kind of messed up with this video because quickly there's the Dijon mustard. Well, I messed up with the video because instead of pressing pause, I pressed play, and instead of pressing play, I pressed pause. But I was still able to splice this video together. There is the recipe that I pulled up on my phone, and I'll put the link down below just for your reference. They're the frozen, semi-frozen, semi-thawed out potatoes. That's how they looked like. They weren't hard to slice up, but I wanted to show you how the potato looks like when it was fresh, then frozen, and then thawed out. It looks like an apple. Like, it's so juicy, don't you think? Following the HelloFresh recipe, it wanted the oven to be at 450 degrees. The recipe said to sprinkle it, but also I sprayed it with the spray that we got from Aldi. And I'm using parchment because they said that aluminum is causing Alzheimer's. Then you put salt and pepper on it, and I placed it in the oven. And they said 25 minutes, but because I am conserving energy, I actually put the potatoes in as the oven is preheating. I put it on 27 degrees. That should be okay. Here, the broccoli, I washed it. It's still frozen. And then I cut it up piece by piece. And Chris likes the florets. I actually felt bad for the stem. So I was like, well, maybe if I can cut up the stem like so. And then if I heat it up in the oven, also on parchment paper, also with salt and pepper. And I just put it in with the potatoes. Maybe it'll be soft enough. I sprayed it also with that spray that we got from Aldi. We love Aldi, by the way. A pinch of salt, whatever. As long as it's not too salty, you don't have high blood pressure. That's pepper, actually. I'm not over salting my food. I felt like the pepper wasn't really getting out, so I was just like shaking it about. And I placed it in with the potatoes that are already in the oven. I left the timer as it is. And at that point, it was like 15 minutes. So they're all together in there. There was 15 minutes left on the timer. So it turned out really good. Actually, even those, like this, it, like, look how tender it is. And I can actually eat that. Hold on. I wasn't showing you my face because I was like so tired. So about 15 minutes in 450 degrees, and it turned out good. And the potatoes were good too. These are good yet. Hold on. I kept the skin on. Let's see. You can notice that it was really late. I'm already whispering. I'm so tired. Potatoes were good at 450, 27 minutes frozen, then it was time to cook the chicken. So I had it in the refrigerator. I heated up the pan. I put some oil in the pan. And there were like 2 chicken breasts. Instead of salt and pepper, I used chicken pollo. See the chicken breast? It's already cut in half, and you know, you sear it for 3 minutes on one side and then another. I put a cover on it so that it'll cook real nice. The HelloFresh recipe, it says 3 minutes on one, 3 to 5 minutes on one side, but I kind of gauged it. Because I used a small pan again, I did 1 chicken at a time. So now it's the second chicken. And to see if it was good, I actually cut it and it was good. So I had to taste it. And it was really good. I was very much surprised. HelloFresh was really worth it. I actually cut up the chicken because I make Chris's plate for work. So I have 1 part of the broccoli, 1 part of the potatoes. I placed the chicken on top of the potatoes, and now it's time to make the sauce, right? Yes! I made myself a plate too for tomorrow. It is 1 o'clock in the morning right now, so nope. So the direction says to put water, like 4 spoonfuls of water, the chicken broth, sour cream in it, and mix it together. And then you're going to get the Dijon mustard and put that in as well. I took it off the flame because I didn't want to like get it all burnt, and I put the Dijon in it. It was supposed to be chopped, but I kind of like used my hand, and then I just mixed it all up together. Here you all just mix it together, make it smooth and into like a really nice sauce. And it took a moment, but it wasn't too bad. And once that is done, I just drizzled it over the chicken and the potatoes. And that was Chris's plate. And that's the leftover, which will be my plate, my lunch for tomorrow. And just drizzling it over the vegetables, the chicken, the potatoes. And I made some collard greens, which I put in the extra slot for Chris. And then we're just going to cover it up and put it in the fridge. And when he wakes up in the wee hours of the morning, he's just going to take it to work and microwave it. And then he has a meal, and I will have a meal for tomorrow. There you go, HelloFresh.